Welcome in. No, I'm not.
Just
flick them all.
You're on.
Welcome, that was you. Just flick them all on.
You're on.
Welcome in.
Here we go.
There it is. Welcome in tonight to the Sunday night show. We got the boys in here. We got Stewie behind the keys. Noah, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
Ronnie pulled in a little late, but he's here. Big weekend in sports. LSU survived Bama. Praise God. If we lose to Nate Oates at home.
I was seeing the boiling effect of Will Wade like during that. It was in the final 2 minutes when they were going back and forth. Bama was hitting the threes, and I was like, I think Will Wade's gonna die. It's been 5 straight games, and if Will Wade doesn't beat him, he's gonna fight Nate Oates.
Well, if Nate Oates tells him to get out of the PMAC, like it's cool when it's the SEC tournament. He's telling you to get out of Nashville or whatever, but he's telling you to get out of the PMAC.
I wish Trendon Walford was in the crowd. All right, I mean, I have a hot take. Like, I know. God damn, Nate Oates has some fire jackets.
Oh, but he's just a punchable face.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say, have you seen like the Step Brothers quote when it was just like, there's something about it, I just want to punch you.
That's him.
Nate Oates. I just want to punch
That's
you.
That's him. Him and Muscleman.
The used car salesman of the SEC. No, this car runs fine. Please come to our program.
But then we've also got LSU baseball. Took one on the chin last night against old Tejas.
A little learning curve.
Yeah, it's all right.
A lot of games left.
It's all right. They'll be all right. And then they
Orange down forever.
forever. Shout out Jimmy Burrow. Orange down. Coach K's final game got spoiled.
The memes live on forever.
Perfect night. Cameron Indoor for all the Coach K haters. Pellies are hot. Pellies took down the Jazz.
Red hot.
They're beating everybody since the All-Star break by like 20 plus points. They're not even close games.
Dude, they blew out the Jazz.
I know. They blew out the Suns.
Blew out the Lakers too.
Lakers.
Is it the CJ one going to play?
Yes.
I think, yeah. And then Willie Green, CJ, and Brandon Ingram all went to dinner together. And since then, they've just been torching the league.
Yeah. I know like, I wanted the transition to be like, okay, we're going to jump into Jordan Davis. But this is like actually the most intriguing thing to me. It's like the Pelicans are actually a functional organization now. Zion, you were telling me Zion's in church now. And
Uptown Zion. Man.
But I mean, like this timetable's unreal because it was just like CJ McCollum gets traded, or no, Zion's gonna get a second surgery. CJ McCollum gets traded to the Pelicans, and then we're like, well, where's Zion? He's out in Oregon. No one knows his foot, like what his foot is, and now he's healthy. The foot, he doesn't need surgery. He's texting CJ. He's back in New Orleans.
Back in NOLA. He's he's all over the city today. Yeah. I've seen pictures of him all over the place.
Yeah, did you see the one with him and the dog?
The dog, holding these 2 huge dogs in like a PetSmart or something.
I mean, is that concerning, or is that something you're just gonna have to accept as a Pelicans fan? It's just like, I know Zion's gonna leave. Like, we always have to be winning. It's just like, if things are gonna go south, Zion's gonna go south. Is that kind of just like, we know what we're gonna get? Zion's not. Do you think Zion would ever stay in New Orleans?
It depends. So I mean, he could stay. He could sign another deal. He could sign the second contract, which you had like no rookie doesn't sign the next deal because it's the only place you can get the Supermax at.
Yeah.
And so if they win consistent, I mean, we can get him for 5 more years, which I'm not upset with. You get 8 years out of Zion. I mean, you can't be upset with that. 8 years minimum, really.
I get the concept of pairing him with a superstar and CJ McCollum. You see the effect now. Like they're winning now, and Zion's not even on the court. It's just CJ's 32. He's got the expiring contract. It's we're putting a Band-Aid on the dam.
You have to.
And it's leaking, but it's working
because they've seen it happen too many times already. You saw it happen with CP3. You want to get out of here, couldn't win. Then you saw it happen with Anthony Davis, and you're like, we have to put a team around the player.
Hold up, boys.
We're gonna
look at this.
We're going to be gone.
Look at you. Look at that quick.
Awesome.
Look at this.
Shout out to Christina Watkins for the photo. But that was Fifth Baptist Church this morning, uptown New Orleans. He's got the turtleneck on, chain outside.
Turtleneck. Shout out to Lloyd.
Smart move by the turtleneck.
Because
it hides the jawline. It hides the turkey neck.
Just cover up the chin.
I see you, Zion, playing 4D chest out here.
He's pulling a Lloyd. He's covering up the
what it is. Yeah, when I first saw that photo, it's like, okay, how are we going to tell what Zion's shape is? You have to look at his chin. Is that 2K? That commercial where he's on the couch?
The Mountain Dew commercial.
He looked bad.
Massive.
He looked bad, Coach. I don't know.
80% of his body was Mountain Dew in that photo.
But the thing is, if he comes back, You win this year. You don't have to win the final.
Yeah,
you make it to the playoffs. Okay, Zion finally gets to the playoff berth, and you win. You don't even have to win a series. Just you make it there. That's the first step. Because then you have him again next year on the rookie deal, and he signs the extension after that, and you're solid.
Well, they're gonna make the play-in game, in which I call the inaugural Zion Williams Invitational, because in the bubble, people forget Adam Silver. He made that rule because people wanted to see.
The
Zion.
other thing is the East had 9 teams, but the West had 13, just so you get the Pelicans.
Don't
and
worry,
have Zion.
Zion needs to be in.
And the Suns just swept like all their games just
Yeah,
to
they
not
won.
even make it in.
Went 8-0 and still didn't get in.
Because what is it? It's the Timberwolves at 7, Lakers 8. I mean, LeBron's gonna have to score 40 every single game.
Yeah, 56 every night for them to win. But right now, let's see. Yeah, Timberwolves
Clippers 8
7.
right now.
Oh yeah, the Clippers are 8. You're right.
Yeah, Clippers 8, Lakers 9, Pels 10.
Well, both those LA teams are awful.
Yeah. I mean,
So
there's-
Kawhi's not going to come back. Paul George isn't going to come back, and then
it's Reggie Jackson
it's
balling
just
out.
Reggie Jackson
Balling
Kennard.
out.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
Reggie Jackson.
I mean, so you get, say the Pelicans get the 7th seed. I think they could get to the 7th seed. That means you'd play the Warriors.
Right.
The Suns are still going to get the first overall seed. I mean,
Well, right now the Grizzlies are at 2. Grizzlies are the 2 seed in the West.
Warriors are 3. Well, yeah, it's dependent on Draymond.
Yeah, you'll see what fluctuates, but really the thing you need to do is just get in this year. Like just get into the playoff, not just the play. You need to get into the playoff to at least get Zion to be like, okay, I can sign another deal. I got probably 3 more years with this team, like this squad that's there right now. I mean, CJ's getting older.
32, I believe.
Yeah, BI's gonna need another. Well, no, BI signed an extension. But then there's just gonna be other pieces that move around.
Well, you can get a plug and play again in a draft like Herb Jones.
Right. Shout out to Herb.
He has stopped Devin Booker. He's been on LeBron James. He's been on Donovan
He's
Mitchell.
clamping.
I don't know
man.
how he doesn't get all NBA defense this year.
Yeah, not even. Yeah, he should be.
Shout out.
He should be all rookie first team, and he should be all defensive either first or second.
So give me your all rookie first team.
All rookie first team.
Mobley.
Yeah, you got Mobley, Cade Cunningham.
Bay,
Huh?
Sadiq.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's not. Is he a rookie?
Is
Sadiq
it?
Bey
I
from
think
Nova.
he's his second year.
Oh yeah, second year.
Who else? I want to
Josh
say
Giddey.
I want to say Cam Thomas so bad.
Oh, yeah,
but he
yeah.
might make already second team or something. But yeah, Josh Giddey should be first team.
See, Cam Thomas would have made it if there was still the vaccine mandate because he would have been the
Because he
plug and
would have
play
been,
point guard.
So you got, and then I think Herb Jones, that's 4. And then I would say you need like one. I'm trying to think who's another guy. Little sleeper rookie. I don't know.
I can't think of
I don't
one
know who
more.
else you would throw
The
in
big
there,
ones
but-
are Mobley, Cunningham.
Yeah, Mobley, Cunningham,
Jones.
Giddey, Herb Jones. But because just Herb is playing out of his mind, and he and nobody expected it. He was the second round. Our first round pick is going to the G League right now, but our second round pick's a
true.
starter.
Herb Jones, and he balled out at Bama last year.
Yeah, killed us.
I mean, if you want to go down and break down that Bama game, I mean, there's a lot of parallels of this season and last year's season.
Yeah.
I think all of us loved
Oh yeah,
to get on the Will Wade.
Donnie T. Shout out Donnie T. Scotty Barnes.
Oh, Scotty
Scotty
Barnes.
Barnes. That's
Yeah,
the fifth one.
great call.
That's the 5th one. Yeah, that's the 5. What is it? So we got Cunningham, Giddey, Herb, Scotty, Mobley. I mean,
Yeah.
That's a pretty good.
Herb would be the only one
squad.
people would probably push back on.
Yeah, just because they don't watch the Pelicans.
Right, just because they don't know. But I mean,
Well, they're gonna now.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll find. They'll find.
Have
out.
they lost since the All-Star break?
No.
No.
4-0,
4-0.
They play tonight.
They played
the
tonight against the
Nuggets.
Nuggets.
Jokic back too.
Jokic is back. Nuggets are the 6th seed.
The Joker.
Jesus. And
The Joker.
Vucevic is on. Or
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas,
baby.
my bad. Vucevic. Yeah,
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas. God.
Hey, Jackson Hayes. he got
Jackson
that
Hayes. The lineup of having
CJ, Jackson, BI, Herb,
JV, and Herb is cutting up.
7-2.
Yeah.
Y'all got me wanting to go watch more Pelicans games. Like I feel like I
Dude,
don't watch enough basketball.
fun to
now.
watch.
Like,
They
I
really
really,
are.
I really feel like I don't watch enough basketball.
Those tickets are like $6.
Talking to you, well, let's go to a game.
It
The
costs more.
boys.
It costs more to park than it does to get in.
swear to God, a quote from someone. He said, "I went to a Pelicans game and I spent more. I signed a 300 levels tickets. I spent more alcohol on the night than I did on my ticket. The ticket was $7.
Wow.
It's $7 to get in. It costs more to park. $10 to park in the parking lot.
Champions Garage.
I know. I've never been
I
to
mean,
a Pels game. Never
we
been to
really
see-
know?
You've never been to a
never been
Pels
see-
game?
No.
I used to go to like Hornets games as a kid, like when Chris Paul and like J.R. Smith, I saw those teams play.
Are we talking Chris Paul, David West?
Yes,
Yeah.
Chris Paul, David West, like
Peja.
those teams.
Peja.
Yeah, Peja Stojakovic. Yes, that was
Tyson
my guy.
Chandler.
Yes.
That team was
massive, dude.
Yes, I also saw Kobe like literally not miss in the Smoothie King arena. Like in the fourth quarter, he had the worst first half I've ever seen Kobe play, and then the second half he comes out and he is just Mamba mentality going at everybody.
Well, someone was probably saying something like, "I'm locking you up, Kobe," and it's just like
no chance.
There's a Kevin Garnett story about that when he was a rookie. It was like his first couple games in the league, and he's going. I mean, this is Kevin Garnett, like fresh out of high school, 17 years old, going against Michael Jordan. It was the first great quarter. MJ's cold, misses a couple shots. He's running in his mouth, like, calling you the GOAT for what? 3 straight rings, all of this. And one of the teams like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that.
Don't poke the
MJ
bear.
Looks at him. All right. Goes on a tear. I think it's like 15 straight in a row, and KG goes down, sits on the bench next to him. He's like, shit, man, you were right. Do not poke the bear.
Should have just shut up.
But there, I mean, like a Louisiana question for you. If the Pels are winning, do you think the Smoothie King Center can get filled?
Oh my gosh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely.
If you win, like the saying, if you win, they'll come. I mean, New Orleans, Louisiana in general, just wants a winner.
Yeah.
In each sport, like you saw when we went to the women's soccer game this year.
True.
LSU
Broke
soccer.
an SEC record.
They broke an SEC record just because they were winning.
And
Like nobody had any idea what was happening.
Nobody even knows what soccer is in
mean,
Louisiana. Like we could
Ted
care
Lasso.
less.
Ted Lasso.
They just know if the ball goes in the net.
It's a goal.
They blow the whistle for offsides. And they're like, this isn't football. They have no idea what's happening. But
I mean, if you got a great product on the court, it's
yeah, if you're winning and it's fun,
$7.
Yeah,
they'll come watch.
Usually, all the game threes for the Pelicans, like the home playoff games, they get all of them are full, full of red, full of all white, whatever the team colors are.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Like when the Pels are in the playoffs, when the whole stadium has like the red T-shirts.
all
It's
red.
bumping, dude. It's awesome because if you're winning, the New Orleans fans or just Louisiana fans in general
They'll be drunk.
are some of the best.
Yeah.
They'll be drunk and loud.
You know it.
They even bring out Manny Fresh.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, you don't know who Manny Fresh is?
No.
Look him up. He's like legendary in New
Cash
Orleans,
Money
like
legend.
Cash Money
Really?
Records,
Like,
like
Birdman made a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
I forgot I'm talking to the walking discography of Louisiana music.
Cloud Demon over there.
But yeah, if the Pelicans are winning, the Saints are winning. New Orleans is probably one of the most fun cities in the world.
Oh yeah, you go to bourbon after pregame.
That's what I don't get about people saying like they should move the Pels out of Louisiana.
Yeah, there's
or,
no
like,
reason.
Any sports team, because like you said, like when Louisiana teams are winning, everybody's gonna get behind it. Like as a kid, I don't like the NFL that much, but when the Saints were winning, I was a fucking Saints fan. Like I was like, yeah, I'm a Saints fan. I had a Reggie Bush jersey, like
Drew
all of this,
5,000
right? Like I
season.
was a big time Saints fan, but like I could care less what the Saints do now, honestly.
Yeah, and I have a Reebok Reggie Bush jersey. I think everyone has
I think
one.
everybody does too.
Go. I mean, there's a lot of good basketball going on in the state. Thoughts about LSU narrowly escaping?
Yeah, my heart was pounding, man. But shout out to Darius Days. I'm so happy for him. That's
I know.
the thing.
Senior
The
night.
best storyline from the whole game I'm happy about is Days having a game like that on senior day.
He had the biggest celebration when they won.
Yeah, of
It was
course.
like they won the Natty.
It probably felt like a weight off his
It
shoulder.
was the monkey. It was the monkey off the bat.
Yeah.
Because every loss to Bama is so gut wrenching.
Yeah, it is.
It's always close.
Because
And
it's Bama, bro. First
and
of all,
you hate Bama, you hate Nate Oates, you hate
Yeah.
everybody that plays for him.
why do I hate Nate Oates so much? Because like I don't even know anything about him. I just know his name.
I mean, when they beat whatever team that was, and they're standing out there, and he stands out there like this. It was Houston.
Houston, yeah,
Houston
Houston.
after that the
Awful call.
goaltending, and he stood out there like he was trying to shake his hand while the other coaches yelling at the
recruiting the
refs.
same guys, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, because the thing is, if he was our coach, you don't
You'd
get
love
upset
him.
about it.
Yeah.
You'd love it.
Yeah.
Will Wade is the most hated coach in the
Of course.
I think
And we
Will Wade
love
is
him to
definitely the
death.
most hated coach.
Well, is after we lost to Kentucky, did Kid Calipari even shake hands? I think Calipari just said the deuces.
I think he did like hit him with
Yeah, I
the,
think he hit him with
Little-
like,
little wave.
All right, coach, see you later. Like fuck you.
Come back. Both come
like
back
like
at the same
the
time.
MJ like
Adam
Larry
Miller,
Bird. Fuck
Adam
you,
Miller's
you
supposed to be on
bitch.
my team. That's what they hold against each other. It's like that guy's supposed to be on my team.
What's his? Who is the Florida State coach? I think it's something Hamilton. He hates Will Wade because he got Darius Days from him.
Yeah.
You got Efton Reed from him and all those guys. I mean, Will Wade. A lot of it is Will Wade is just stealing your players.
Yeah.
I mean, Xavier Wheeler was this close
I know.
to go into
His
LSU.
dad called him the Elon Musk of college basketball, which is awesome. What a compliment.
Wait, who?
Seville Wheeler, the point guard for Kentucky, when they were weighing out options for where he's going to transfer, too, from Georgia. They posted this video of them looking at all the different teams, and Severe's dad was like, when they got on to LSU, they were talking about the offense and all this type of stuff, and then Severe's dad called him the Elon Musk of college basketball.
Wow.
Because like called him a genius or whatever. So one of the coolest compliments you could probably get as a basketball coach.
But I mean, I enjoyed what I saw. It was just, it's seeing, I mean, you were talking about it, it's just seeing Darius Days put the ball on the floor. He has great post game too.
Be aggressive. Not being passive, not sitting on the 3-point line, just waiting for the ball to come to him. Because I like it. I don't get upset when he shoots threes ever. Because I mean, it'll go in. But I love seeing him freaking hit that little baseline spin move, lay it in.
I'll get angry when he shoots a three when there's 24 seconds left on the shot clock.
Oh my,
He's
yeah.
swinging it once on the wing.
First pass.
I was like, dude, you're not Klay Thompson. Like,
Right.
put the ball on the ground and like throw it in the middle. That's the problem. But I've seen projections. They're gonna be a 7th seed in the tournament. A lot can change with the SEC tournament. I
Right.
can see them going on a run in the tournament.
Yeah, but right now the baseline is a 7. You don't go lower than 7.
God, imagine catching them as a 7th seed.
Right. Well, the other thing is, imagine if we jump up to a 6 seed and you got to play Memphis as an 11.
They're hot.
Not only
Penny
they're
Hardaway called out.
well, the thing is they're hot, but they're also just they were like national championship contenders preseason.
Yeah,
just because of the talent they have, and they still have the talent. They were just turning the ball over like they were playing like an AAU team.
Yeah.
And so if they're on,
Talk about a battle of the athletes out there.
I know that's what it would come down to, just freaks, just first round picks going against each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the biggest thing that's going to kill us in their tournament is just you lose so much offensive capability of Milani out there. Like, I get it. He's a great defender. He's the most athletic guy.
The most athletic guy on the court, jumping around.
But you know what he's going to do every time?
Yeah.
It's a corner three.
It's a corner three, and that's it. That's as far as his game goes. Which, hey, it's better than last year because last year it was just dunker spot. It's only dunk the ball. Now he can shoot a little, but it's just hard to keep him on the floor in some moments just because, you know, if it's not a corner three, you're not going to get anything out of him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but then the bright spot is Sharif.
He's played very
blossom.
aggressive.
He played so great. He went in to slam that putback. It didn't fall. But he's playing aggressive, which is all you want.
I love when Will Wade gives Sharif like a little time. Like I love when he puts him in and just lets him stay in. Like let him get comfortable.
Right.
Let him shoot the ball. Let him get some dunks. Let him get a putback. Right. And that's what gets him going.
What was his first game back this season? Was it Bama?
Florida. I think Florida was his first game. He looked like a
little baby giraffe.
Yeah, he did look like a little baby giraffe.
His legs were all over the place, flailing around. But the thing is that the thing that will separate him from Efton is if he gets aggressive. Mm-hmm. Because Efton's he's just not aggressive enough.
Yeah.
But Efton made that one little post move hook that looked great. And so if he can get back to making that consistently, we'll start getting more comfortable as a squad.
That's when that's clicking too. It's like, look, we know what we're gonna get on Milani. He's gonna get that corner three. But if you're gonna have to respect Efton Reed post game, then they're gonna have to collapse on that, and it opens up Milani. You're gonna have to respect his corner three. You can swing it, and then you can get that dribble penetration.
Right.
Days, and then that opens up everything.
And then they start finally playing as a unit and not just play one-on-one ball. Because when they're playing ISO basketball, they're not good. They're not good.
No, it gets clogged down.
And so when they calm down, they play ball. Like they're playing like a unit, like a team. They're legit. Like they are scary to play against in March
because they don't have the bailout guy. Like if you had Adam Miller, when things get clogged down, you can just
you don't have your Cam Thomas, you don't have your Javonte Smart, you don't have Trendon Watford who's getting double doubles in the NBA now. You don't have Adam Miller who was supposed to be that this year.
Did y'all see him wearing his jersey on the sideline?
I love it.
Is he like close to being back, or
he's not gonna come back.
I know he's not gonna play this season,
but he's back. He's back shooting. Like he was shooting like a month ago.
Okay,
he's just not really like jumping, not doing anything.
Form shooter, or is he taking like
he's shooting threes, but he's not like really jumping. He's just kind of
working it back. High school PE, you still got slides.
Right. Well, you still got your slides, your backpack.
Yeah, on. That's what he's doing.
But I mean, he should be fine for summer. Like I would think he'd be perfectly fine during the summer.
God, that team's scary next year.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna be so good next year. And then the other thing is seeing him wear 44. It's cool that
it lives on.
That Wade Sims' family was allowed something like that.
Like that's a good move.
Yeah,
Like
so-
I don't know. Like for me, if I was transferring in and like I knew the
story that hit
behind
the situation,
I
yeah.
probably wouldn't ask for the number. But like the fact that they let him wear the number and he understands probably because I could tell that like he's a mature guy. Like he understands. He has like that leadership role. He's like, all right, like I'll take the number and I'm going to wear it with pride. And that's cool in itself.
Because I mean, that just I think he understands that it's more than just like a LSU basketball thing. It's like Baton Rouge as a whole, like really Louisiana as a whole embraced the Forever 44, like the whole deal. So I mean, to see Wade Sims' family extend that, because I can't imagine how hard that's got to be to even like be asked the question. You know what I mean? Which I'm not saying Adam Miller is being rude asking the question or anything, but can't imagine how hard that would be.
Tough conversation for Will Wade.
Yeah, but then not only to have the conversation, but then to allow it, like to let it happen. And so
I wonder if that'd be like a pass down number, like the 8.
kind of, yeah. I mean, we'll see. It could be, but I'm ready to see him play in 44, because that's where really he's going to earn it. When he's scoring 44 points wearing it.
I'm surprised he transferred because I've been watching a lot of Illinois basketball this year.
They're good.
I mean, if he was still there, they would.
Oh my gosh.
It would be so much better, probably. Yeah,
They would be a top 5 team in the country.
Yeah.
Because he did shoot 40% from 3 last year.
Yeah, as a freshman.
Illinois is a freshman. You watched the Duke North Carolina game?
Oh yeah. I mean, I watched.
I was kind of sleeping.
I didn't watch the full. I didn't sit and watch the full game, but I was in there here and there.
Did you hear about what it took to get tickets to that game for students?
Like sleeping in the tents outside.
January 23rd.
Wait, didn't they have to take like a test or something?
yeah,
like on
no,
Duke
yeah.
basketball?
You had to take a Duke
like Duke
fan
basketball history.
Just to be allowed to stay in the tents.
Oh, just to like stand in line?
Just to be in that section of the tents to maybe just earn a ticket and wait for your spot. You had to pass the test to sit outside in the winter from January 23rd.
What if they did that for LSU football? Like, like to get student tickets, you had to take like a LSU football
be
history
awesome.
test.
They almost did that like during the COVID years when like, you know, they didn't know the capacity and stuff and like tickets was going to be scarce. Like they kind of did do that with like first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm. I think it was by like seniority, right?
Yeah.
I think it should be by knowledge test.
But they didn't do a knowledge test. Like they didn't say like who was the LSU's running back in 2003. Like how many yards did he have? Like that would be a lot of people wouldn't have got tickets.
Yeah.
I think that's what they should do.
I love the idea of it.
Well, I like the tents because that sums up.
Yeah.
College
Like,
athletics
well,
and
yeah, and that shows you why college sports are so awesome. Like people are willing to sleep in a tent for over a month just to get into a game.
And then they lose.
And
They
then they
lost.
Spoiled.
I hate Duke, but I put money on it because I was like, no way, Coach K would lose in his last game. I took the cheese and I got burned. I mean, and they were winning. There was one
they
point they were up by 8 points.
I was gonna say they were up at half, right?
I got my money. Like, life is good. And then that little ginger guy in North Carolina, the leprechaun with the beard, was cooking them. Paulo Branchero is a fraud. Why did they not just run it through him every single time?
There's things like that are questionable because Auburn's done that with Jabari. Like the teams do that. You're like, why are you not giving the ball to your top 5 pick?
Yeah, just let him run the point. Like,
right.
Because that's White I'm talking about on North Carolina.
Oh yeah. I think it was a transfer.
I think from Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma, yeah.
He was guarding him the whole game.
Of course, that's called whoever.
Clear out.
It's whoever offense. It's like give the ball to whoever he's guarding and let them score.
It was so annoying. I mean,
But
it was stupid. It was so stupid of me to take that because they always split the series. When was the last time?
yeah, no sweeps, man.
They never sweep.
Yeah,
It's so
sweep.
stupid. But now they're going to win the ACC tournament because they lost.
Yeah, it's going to be like a revenge.
tour.
They're going to go on a revenge tour and win the national championship.
Well, did you see his post-game speech?
I didn't watch it.
It was just like...
He was like, is it unacceptable?
Yeah, he was like...
He
I'm
like
sorry
made him stop
about
cheering.
that. It's like, I'm sorry for the loss. And I was like, no, it's okay. He's like, no, let me speak. This was not acceptable. Season's bad. And ESPN was like, yes, ACC tournament ratings through the roof.
Go ahead and drop the bet now. ACC tournament champions, Duke
They're
Blue
the
Devils.
favorites. They're minus 130. I looked
Gotta
at
be.
it.
Gotta
I thought I was
be.
gonna be ahead of
taking
the
it?
curve. I thought.
Take the cheese, Jack. Take the cheese.
No, I
Take
don't
it.
want any more dairy in my diet.
No more cheese.
Take it.
Lactose intolerant from now on.
Been watching the combine?
Oh my gosh! I'm not watching on TV, but I'm keeping up with it
These numbers.
because these numbers are crazy.
Wow. You got defensive linemen running 4.78s.
Not just defensive linemen.
Offensive linemen running 4.78s.
300-pound defensive
right.
linemen.
Like it's ridiculous. It's like What are these dudes eating? Like, the Georgia defense is stupid.
Oh, my
Because
gosh.
the safety from Georgia, Lewis Seen, he ran like 4.26 today. So, I mean, the speed on that defense is crazy. Was crazy. It's still going to be crazy.
Right.
Because
Well, the thing is, they got dogs
he
behind them.
built a monster over there. Like, what's going on at Georgia? They're doing the same thing as Bama, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like, so.
But another freaky number. Damone Clark at 240 ran a 4.57.
What?
That is scary. But then another thing is, you look back at Devin White, ran a 4.42.
Yeah.
Which it just we've been so blessed with these linebackers. It kind of waters it down because you see Devin White 4.42, Patrick Queen 4.5 flat.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, Damone only ran a 4.57.
I mean, Damone was. I remember during the summer for Jordy's show, we had to debate like who would be like the top 5 most athletic guys on the team, or like
Yeah.
Stingley, Kayshawn, and someone threw. It's like you gotta throw in Damone.
Damone Clark,
I mean,
monster, dude.
there's videos of him hand cleaning 380 pounds.
Monster. He's a monster.
All
And his
muscle.
draft stock's going to continue to shoot up with these numbers.
Yeah, what is this? I'm on CBS.
There's not even in the first round, is it? Bet you who's the number one backer off the board?
What
Nakobe
linebackers
Dean,
are
isn't
in the first round?
it? It's probably only Nakobe Dean. Huh?
Nakobe Dean just taking everything that's his. Gosh. Yeah, you're right. Nakobe Dean.
Only
That's
Nakobe.
it?
15. They would have him going 15.
15 to who?
The Eagles.
Which the Eagles need backers, but
Or David. They have David Ajabo, the guy from Michigan. They
oh
have him
yeah,
as
yeah.
an
But he's an
edge.
edge. Yeah, I mean outside
Outside
linebacker.
linebacker.
Outside
Yeah,
linebacker. Yeah.
he's a
I think
pass
he's gonna be
rusher.
dog.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Oh, yeah, no, he's gonna be a monster.
You think
Yeah,
Hutchinson would do well in the NFL?
I don't know.
I have 2 things on Hutchinson. Like
Let me hear him. Let me hear
all
him.
right. So one like his ceiling could be like Bosa, like a Bosa
Right.
ceiling. But his
Pretty high ceiling.
I know, but
Which one?
like he's that type of like he's
Which one?
that.
Yeah.
Which Bosa?
Ooh, I think he might be a little mixed.
A little mix of both. Yeah, I think he probably leans a little more Nick.
Yeah, he's not. He's not
He's not
Joey.
as slim and slender
Yeah,
as Joey is.
Joey's
but-
Nick's the thicker one, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So, but like his floor is probably like I can't even give you a good DN that's like not good. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like he's just not. I don't think like if he doesn't pan out, it's gonna be a bad like
Yeah.
not pan out. Like he's gonna struggle,
Yeah, just
and then he's gonna go to the Patriots and Bill Belichick will get him right.
Yeah, get him straight.
Him and Slade.
Slade Bolden, first round pick to the Pats.
Yeah, well, they have Drake London.
Yeah,
Um,
that's not gonna
Maybe we
happen.
need a wide receiver.
Slade Bolden. Well, what did he? Did we have Slade Bolden's numbers?
4.6.
That's what he ran.
Who? Drake London.
Slade
Or
Bolden.
Yeah, he ran like a
We got in the
4.67.
argument the other day here. It was like, I think you and Slade can run the same 40.
We
You
might-
probably
I-
beat him in a
I might,
40.
I might have to do that
What did
now.
he get on that?
What did I get in the 40?
Or no, what did Slade get on
Slade,
the
that's what
40?
I'm about to pull up. Trying to see here. But yeah, shout out to Slade if he's running 4.6.
I mean,
Yeah, he ran a 4.66.
how did this guy from North Carolina State blow up? What did he do that made him blow up so much?
I mean, he's been like at the top of the draft
Yeah, for
boards
a
like
little-
all season pretty
for a little-
much
for a little while.
Like he's just good.
He
Like
he jumped Evan Neal. He's a
You're
freak.
not
you don't
jumping
hear
Evan Neal.
about when you don't hear about offensive tackles. That means they're really good, and you don't hear anything
just that
about the
stable.
offensive tackle from NC State because he's that good. Like, do you ever hear about NC State's quarterback getting hurt? No, because this dude's at fucking left tackle
Right, you don't
holding
hear-
it down.
I mean, I'm seeing Evan Neal dropping to 5 right now.
Speaking of left tackles, just imagine if LSU would have had Darryl Rosenthal last year. Oh my god, I am so hurt about that. And then he comes to the combine. What do you run? 4.78 or like
I don't know
4.88?
what his numbers were.
Was still good,
But
but
I'm
he would
just
look way
hoping,
better in purple and gold than blue,
Yeah.
blue and white.
I want Evan Neal just to continue to drop all the way to what 31.
Yeah.
So the Bengals can
Bengals.
snag him.
Bengals.
Oh my God! Before the start of the show, we're going through mock drafts to see where guys are gonna fall. We're like, all right, well, what do you think like what offensive lineman you think the Bengals are gonna get? Some guy's job, his own job, he gets paid for life to make mock drafts, and he has the Bengals taking a cornerback in the first round. After like, Burrow's been sacked 72 times, sprained MCL. Let's take a cornerback.
Yeah, let's add another corner to the mix.
I
Just 'cause-
mean,
I
at the
mean, they
same-
need one.
Yeah, Eli Apple did
He does
score the
suck.
game-winning
He
touchdown
does
against
suck.
him.
You need a lineman.
Yeah. You can get a corner later.
You're getting
man.
7 linemen. You're not drafting anything. You're drafting linemen, and you're protecting Joe Burrow because you took your risk last year with Jamar Chase.
Donnie T said Neal didn't come to the combine. He's dropping. He's going to wait till his pro day. Yeah. Well, his pro day when he tests off the charts, because he's an absolute
He's a
monster.
freak athlete. Wait, he didn't skip the combine. He was there. He just did.
I think he did media, but
I think he did
didn't
his
do-
interviews and stuff, but he just didn't do on field.
Yeah, so he's just gonna wait till you get the numbers in the pro day, which a lot of people do. And I'm sure he's gonna test. I mean, out of this world.
You know, my biggest takeaway from the pro day was Kayvon Thibodeau did 27 reps of the bench press.
Oh my gosh!
Not that he did 27 reps, but that DK Metcalf did 28 reps.
Wow.
Just to put in perspective.
Took it for a ride, man.
Oh my God, DK Metcalf.
So how good do you think Kayvon Thibodeau is?
Well, everyone says the ceiling's Myles Garrett.
Yeah, it is.
I think
It
if,
is.
if he's like,
Healthy.
if he fully lives up to his potential, he could be a absolute monster. But I think ever since that college football playoff thing happened, where he's talking to whatever his name, it was Joel Klatt.
Yeah.
Talking about how
That
he's
was
set up for
terrible.
life because he went to Oregon and Alabama education sucks. People are like,
You probably would have won a natty, my boy.
he's like, who cares about national championships? Like, you should.
Everybody.
You should.
They got a Stingley. Stingley's might drop down all the way to the Broncos.
Which would be nasty.
Him and Patrick Surtain.
Surtain and Stingley.
Then they get Aaron Rodgers.
It's gonna happen.
You think they'll get
That's what
Rodgers?
happened.
You think they'll get Rodgers?
I think Denver is the best spot for Rodgers.
Well, didn't
right
they
now.
hire? They hired his OC, huh?
Yeah.
Hackett's their new head coach, isn't he?
So who are their receivers? They have Calvin. They have, not really.
They got
Judy.
Cortland Sutton,
They got Judy.
Jerry Judy,
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton, KJ Hamler.
All right.
A little more.
Noah Fant. Because he was my
Yeah,
fantasy tight end. That's one
Noah
reason I know
Fant.
that. They have a
And
pretty
then,
good defense too.
I mean, then you got to remember Amari Cooper's fair game. I mean,
True.
Getting cut.
True.
Yeah, he is getting cut.
I mean, we got to see where he lands, which I wish was New Orleans, but
So what's the Cowboys plan on that? I was thinking they're just going to give
pay
CeeDee
Gallup.
Lamb.
They're gonna pay Gallup. They're picking Gallup over
Yeah,
Amari
they're picking
Cooper.
Gallup. They're picking Gallup over Amari
Gallup's
Cooper,
beast.
and then they have CeeDee Lamb, and so like CeeDee Lamb's going to be their wide receiver one.
Yeah.
And then they'll put Gallup at the 2, and I guess they'll just probably like either
They got
draft a
that other
receiver
guy.
or
What's
number one.
his name?
Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson,
He's
yeah.
good. So I mean, and then they'll probably draft another.
Yeah, they'll probably
Tony
get a
Pollard.
receiver, pick somebody up. Yeah.
Be the starting
Get
running
rid of.
back.
Get
You
rid
think he
of
should be the starting running
Ezekiel
back?
Elliott.
Yeah, Zeke is.
I think
He's
ever,
so good at pass
I think
pro.
ever since Zeke got that money, he's been.
He's just not the
kinda
same
chilling.
because rookie Zeke.
Yeah,
was
rookie
a
Zeke was
Rookie Zeke was
nasty.
jumping over everybody.
When he went head up with Cam Chancellor, I was like,
I'm done. I love him. I love him.
I just fell in love with this guy because everybody and their mother is scared of Bam Bam Cam,
Yeah.
and Ezekiel Elliott's like 21 years old. It's like I'm gonna hit you.
I'm about to run him over. Coach, I think I'm gonna run him
Gonna
over.
go viral.
So a little Saints talk around in there. Saints guru Kenny Pickett. They're projected.
Man,
What do you want to do with the
Right.
Saints?
I want us to go wide receiver round 1.
Yeah.
You got to.
What receiver do you want?
Olave.
So you want to put the Ohio State boys
Yeah.
back together?
I
You
know
love it.
Mike Thomas would love it. He's already coming back, and Olave to me is the best wide receiver in the draft.
Look, Ronnie with the hot takes, hot takes on Sundays. Ronnie's hot takes. Stay tuned.
Who do you think is the best wide receiver in the draft?
Damn, you put me on the spot here. I'm gonna go Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
He's my guy. I love it. I love him. Like I love his athleticism, and I also love his route running. And he catches the ball. He has strong hands. He
Athletic
attacks-
freak.
He attacks the ball in the air like no other. So, Garrett Wilson.
Traylon Burks.
Yeah.
Traylon Burks is number 2 for me.
Torched Bama.
Scorched Bama.
Torched them.
Torched Bama
He's a
and
dog.
A&M.
He's a dog, and he seems angry all the time.
Yeah, he does.
he's just
He
like-
does, but like when he takes his helmet off,
He's
just like-
smiling.
he's like, hey.
He's
I'm
chilling,
good.
man.
Like,
But I think he's going to be a sleeper. Like
I think he'll probably have the best pro career out of all of them.
probably so
Because he has the body
he's just
and everything.
all
to
around,
stay-
man.
Yeah.
He's just built for it.
I mean, Garrett Wilson's probably built too for it, but like just Traylon Burks just seems
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at Jordan Davis. He had a 10-foot broad jump. Like,
Yes.
how is
Freak of a
monster,
human
dude.
being.
Where do you think he
monster.
goes? 15 to 20 range?
And I'd go like 11 to 16.
Yeah, I was gonna
11
say
to
he's
16.
probably a little earlier than that because you see what a defensive lineman can do. Like a dominant defensive lineman can take over a game, and if he's what he is as a human being on the football field, it's no telling what his ceiling is.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, but the other thing is you got the quarterbacks, which is probably the hardest position right now to kind of wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Because it seems like everybody's got a different opinion on who the best quarterback is in the draft. You got a guy over here from right field that's going to say it's Matt Corral.
Malik.
And then you got Malik Willis. You got Kenny Pickett. You got all these guys.
Carson Strong.
You got Desmond Ridder, and nobody knows who's the guy. Who's the guy? Like every other year, you know who the guy is.
Yeah.
Last year, it's Trevor Lawrence. He's the guy.
I don't think this draft has a guy.
It is so
I
hard
think
to
it's
draft
just-
a quarterback.
Yeah, it is. But like, I mean, in this draft, if I'm a GM
Yeah.
or like an owner or anybody like a scout, I'm probably just like kind of overlooking these quarterbacks because like next year's draft, I don't know what they have in
Bryce Young.
Right. Okay. So I
Yeah.
mean, I'm
who's
looking.
going to be the number one pick?
Bryce Young. You got who else is like a big time. I mean, Jaden Daniels could play his way into that. We got a little LSU.
Oh yeah, Stetson
our
Bennett.
guy.
Stetson Bennett, top 5 pick.
Oh, yeah.
The mailman.
Stetson Bennett, top 5
No,
pick.
he's back for another year somehow.
Yeah.
Jordy. I don't
Somehow.
know what his major is.
Okay.
You should have just
It's key to the
leave
city.
now. Just like you
Wait,
should
yeah,
graduate.
Right? Never play football. Stetson Bennett. Are
When
you
he
kidding me?
came into the 2019 SEC championship game, everybody was like, "Who the fuck is this kid?"
Mailman,
Like,
bro.
Did they take this kid off? Like, did they get the water boy to come play quarterback? Like, Georgia has all these freak athletes, and they pull this kid off the bench to come play quarterback, right? Like, I bet he'd be killer in there.
Flag football
Man.
all-star.
There's no quarterback that really stands out. Just like, yeah, this guy is going to be nails in the NFL. And then now it's kind of like the current trend in the NFL. It's like, do you rather just trade that pick and then try and get a proven veteran, you know, type of guy that needs a change of scenery, Matt Stafford, Ryan Tannehill, a couple guys like that. And it's like, it is so hard to draft a good quarterback. I just think maybe you should try and just get the veteran guy, give up more to get the veteran guy because
Right.
they've been around the block. They know how to prepare. They know what to see. It's just, and then get some playmakers around.
So if
them.
you're the Steelers, you'd rather keep Mason Rudolph.
No, I mean, not Mason Rudolph. But
Just go snag one out of free agency or something, or trade.
I feel like a team like the Steelers would probably trade for Jimmy G or something.
Yeah, I've seen the Saints. They got people saying the Saints.
Nah, we better re-sign Jameis.
You got to go Jameis.
No other option.
You have to go Jameis.
guys,
And if not,
signing with the Saints.
Yes.
dude, he has to.
Like, where else is he gonna
Colts.
go? No.
What do you mean no? They have the fourth most cap.
Dude, they have
They
the best.
give-
They have that every year.
They have the best quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, Carson,
Oh
they got
my
Carson Wentz.
Where is Carson Wentz? Is he technically
MVP
on
Carson
contract?
Wentz.
I don't know if he's still on contract or not.
Yeah, he is, but they said they're trying to like.
probably-
I hope
move off
they-
it. They're
Shopping
trying to
him.
get off it.
Oh my
All right, so I sold the 2023 quarterback short. There is Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud.
my
And
God.
I didn't think about Spencer Rattler.
no.
I mean, I know a lot of. I know you guys don't like
Hey,
Spencer
but
Rattler.
he's still skilled.
I know
He's
y'all
got
still,
skill.
yeah, his skill is crazy. Jaren Hall from BYU. I don't know who
Okay.
that is. Never heard of him. But Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina.
Coastal
I've heard
Carolina.
that name. Hendon Hooker from Tennessee. Got some guys on here.
Yeah.
Will Levis. He
Will Levis.
put
But those-
on a show
those
last
first
year.
two.
DJ Ungangale, however you say his name.
Ukulele, baby.
Ukulele.
But,
Ukulele, baby.
Ukulele,
The first two-
Ungangale.
Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. So do you squat for a year and try to snag one of them?
I'd squad for
I mean,
either
the
one.
Jags are going to be squatting.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Jags are going to draft a quarterback every year.
The Texans, I mean, yeah, Bryce Young's probably going to be on the Texans. I don't see the Texans. Well,
They actually.
who was
did
that
decent.
quarterback that was going off for
David
them?
Mills.
Davis Mills.
Yeah.
Maybe the
Davis Mills,
future's there
right.
now because they're going to get Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's still in the streets.
He's
Yeah.
an Eagle.
The
What is
yard.
what's gonna happen?
He's probably an
Is he
Eagle
ever
or
gonna play
Panther.
again?
Eagle or Panther for him.
Think so?
I think he'll play again. It's just like
How?
he just has to.
How?
He has to like after all that. I don't know. I don't know.
He been paying most of them off.
Right.
From what I heard, he been getting
Yeah,
one by one
we'll
getting
settle
out of
some
them.
settlements.
It's all about the
There's a
settlement.
lot of
You-
settlements.
Yeah, he had to settle a lot.
He on
but,
number
Wait, where did
22 right
where
now.
did Brian Flores end up?
Oh,
Steelers.
Yeah.
linebacker coach, right?
Well, Brian Flores and
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
are
with a link.
tight.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Deshaun Watson,
Ooh.
the next Steelers quarterback.
Oh,
Little
man.
Steelers.
would be
Hey,
bad.
look, Noah breaking news.
Deshaun Watson, the next Steelers quarterback.
Well,
I could see it.
I
I
could
just don't think
see
it
him
was
playing
gonna
for the
make the move.
Steelers. I
Him
mean,
and Tomlin, I could see it.
yeah, like Tomlin would be the coach to give him a chance. If anybody were to give him a chance, it'd be
Well,
Mike
the coach
Tomlin.
to give somebody a chance is Andy Reid.
True.
I mean, pulled Michael Vick back
out of a dark place.
But
yeah, he's gonna get rid of Pat Mahomes real quick.
yeah, get rid of Deshaun Watson. But yeah, but
Russ will get traded.
No,
Russ,
I think he's gonna end up back in.
He
Seattle.
wants out of Seattle, but I don't think they'll trade him. They don't want to trade him. He wants out, but they won't.
They're
trade
good. I mean, he's got play. He's got.
It's
DK
just the
Metcalf,
defense. It's
Tyler
the
Lockett.
defense. Defense just seems to let him down in games where he's just like,
because the front office can't draft.
yeah. And their offensive lines like here and there. They got no run game ever since Marshawn Lynch has been gone.
Okay, so Wilson's agent said teams that he would be willing to be traded to would be Cowboys, Saints, Bears, and Raiders. Raiders just signed Carr to an extension.
Saints are re-signing Jameis to an extension.
They better.
You're on that hill.
Got to, man. They have to.
It's the only one. Like,
What
he
if he
was
doesn't?
spotted in New Orleans last night.
Oh yeah, no, he was shopping on.
Yeah, he's got some bad. What do you have? Some slippers on? He have a little
That's why
bag.
he
That's his
still got a
city.
lease.
That's his city, man. It was comfortable.
I mean, I'm just thinking, dude, if you don't get Jameis, what's plan B? Jimmy G?
Plan B, I don't even want to think. Plan B is Taysom Hill.
Plan B is draft Malik Willis and start Taysom Hill. That would be my plan B. Sit Malik for a year, run with Taysom, and try to get another high draft pick.
I feel like we won't be seeing like as much Taysom quarterback plays, no matter who's at quarterback for us, just because Sean's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And Sean was really his guy.
Yeah, Taysom and Sean were like teared at the hip. It was like, which sucks for Taysom, man. I didn't realize he's the biggest loser in all of this.
He really is.
Yeah,
Like,
he
dude
has
just want to
money.
play football.
Man,
Put him back on. What did you start at first? Kick returns?
Yeah.
yeah,
he was,
dude.
he was blocking every punt.
big punt team guy.
Yeah, big punt team.
Big
punt team guy.
special teams.
Punt. Taysom's first one with the Peter. Taysom's out there, man.
So what you always think about Jaden Daniels?
I think he'll do good at LSU. Like with a better offensive line and better
So you
skilled
think
players.
he's a starter?
I think. I think because of the offense that Mike Denbrock runs, it's more catered to his skill set than it is to Miles.
Right.
So I mean, and like Walker could be both. Like Walker
Yeah.
has,
I mean, Walker's
the
our
mobility,
guy. Walker's our guy.
Right, but Walker's like red shirt.
He's gonna red shirt.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
give him a year and a
Get the nuts
half.
buzz.
But like Jaden Daniels is the guy. I think it's no way that they bring him in. Like I understand Miles coming back, but it's no way that they bring Jaden Daniels in and they don't think that he's the guy.
I mean, he's a great way to mask the holes in the offensive line. If someone who can make
Right. Somebody that can make some
he
happen.
can make a lot
Because with
happen.
Miles, you can't mask it at all. Because he's not getting out the pocket, man.
God, does he have an arm?
But Jaden Daniels has a cannon too.
Yes, Jaden
I mean,
Daniels
he's
has
not,
a
he
cannon.
doesn't sling it like Miles because Miles can sling the rock. But Jaden can sling it. It's just, in my opinion, Jaden's not transferring here to sit for a year. You know what I mean? Like he's not transferring here to sit behind Miles. But the other thing is, the worst part of all of it is Nuss might leave. Like that's what it's kind of seems like it's trending towards. Is because if I'm Nuss, all that talent, so much talent, he's got all that arm talent. He's so good.
Electric.
Because I love Nuss. I love him. My take was that it was going to be Miles this year, and then we got Nuss for 2, Walker for 2. But it's hard to see Nuss sticking it through when we're bringing in a guy that can start this year. And even if he doesn't, like if Jaden Daniels is benched, he'll be the starter next year.
Yeah, then why would
You know
you
what I
just
mean?
bring him in? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, then the same thing can be said for Miles. Like, why bring him back if you're still going to shop for another quarterback?
no, yeah, I know. I mean, so
It's kind of confusing, but
I mean, you think if you bring in Jaden, he would be the starter.
yeah, that's what
Quarterback.
I want it to be Miles so bad.
I just feel bad for Miles in this situation because
Yeah.
it's like,
He
he's done
he
so
deserves
much
it.
to be
He
here,
deserves
and like
it.
Every
he
single
transferred, came back, like he did
Yeah.
everything he could to stay loyal to LSU, and like it just, I don't know. I mean, it might not work out. It's just like that. I guess it's just that girlfriend that you just have for a long time. You really want to break up with her, and you
I don't want to see you with anybody else.
and you do break up with her, and you don't want to see her with nobody else, and then
Yeah.
you just bring her back in your life, but you still have other girls that you hang out with, do things with.
No, I mean, I'm guessing they're bringing Jaden in to play, like, but it's gonna be a quarterback competition. I think
Battle to the
I
death.
think Miles can beat it. Like if Miles can beat him out.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's very because Jaden did not play well last year, and that's
It was his freshman.
sophomore.
He's a
He
sophomore.
played well as a freshman.
No, I mean his freshman season was wow factor.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
unreal as freshman.
Sophomore season, he had what, 10 tuds, 10 picks.
Yeah,
Nothing crazy.
That whole program was in shambles because of what was going on with COVID and the COVID recruiting violations and everything. So
But,
I don't know if that was a byproduct of it.
Right. So, I mean, it just seems like if they're bringing in Jaden Daniels, they're bringing Jaden Daniels in to contend for the starting spot today. And so it seems like Nuss might be on the way out because unless Miles transfers. Because if Jaden wins, Miles has to transfer. Like, he can't not.
Transfer again?
He can't. But you can't not transfer.
After spring? Like, he transfers, so he comes back, goes to school for spring, doesn't get the job in spring ball.
Right.
He has to transfer after spring, get to his new school during the summer.
What is Miles even learning in school?
Well, I mean, wasn't Burrow a summer transfer?
Yeah,
Yes.
but like,
So I mean, but
Burrow had 2 years left. Miles only has a year
Miles
left.
has a year left, but I mean,
And that's because of COVID.
Yeah, but the year he was the place he was going to go was Southern Miss. Like, they're not going to say no if he tries to come.
No.
They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, please, please, can we please have your SEC quarterback arm on Southern Miss football?
All right, so for their career, Miles Brennan has 1,712 yards passing for his career and 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. And that's not, I mean, he hasn't started a full season, so I mean, you gotta kind of cut that in there.
But he was slinging that thing.
Yeah, he was slinging that thing.
Slinging that thing in 2020.
Right,
When you had Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels in 3 years, 6,025 passing yards, 32 touchdowns to 13 interceptions.
What about rushing yards? Because that's the other aspect of Jaden Daniels is the fact that he's got legs. Because Miles
his
doesn't.
rushing yards, 296 attempts, 1,288 yards.
How many tuds?
13 tutters.
Yeah.
So
The thing that separates them so much, like, I don't know, like my instant gut reaction, I went in, watched highlights of Jaden Daniels, and he has the wow factor.
Yeah.
I was watching the whole
Miles has it.
Miles doesn't have the wow factor, but I don't know. Like, my first thing was when I saw that wow factor, I was like, oh, I don't think Miles is going to win this job just because of the upside.
Right.
But
Well,
Miles
now you've got
program. It's consistent.
Yeah. And so I mean,
It's March.
you want to have 4 quarterbacks just so you're not stuck like last year where
Oh my god.
where it's just Max and Nuss.
Or even worse, where you got to put John
Trey at QB. Like, you don't want that to happen again. So you like having 4, but it's going to be hard to have 4 if Jaden wins it, because Miles is probably he's got to leave. Like, you can't sit on the bench your 1 year of your last year eligibility.
I mean,
Can't be
he's
the
never had a
backup.
shot to be the starter.
Yeah, just 1 year.
Yeah,
He got hurt.
The freak injury. I mean, 2 straight years of freak injuries.
Right. And so if I'm Miles Brennan, if I lose the job, I'm going to Southern Miss.
I want him to start so bad.
I want it for him. You can't not, if you're a real LSU fan, you can't not want it for Miles Brennan.
He's so loyal to us. I'm not loyal. I'm not close enough to being loyal to anything like that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't have that
I
much
give up so
loyalty in
easily.
any bone in my
I
body.
know.
If nobody got me, Miles Brennan got me.
Right. The best friend you could ever ask for.
Did you see Brittany Griner in Russia?
Oh my gosh.
Why is she in Russia?
I have no idea.
Like, somebody said she's been like held captive for 3 weeks, or like she's been.
Well, she can't get
in jail
they're,
for 3 weeks.
she can't get out. Like, they can't
They can't
transfer her back to
negotiate
something.
anything.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, that's just the worst place to go right now.
Right, like,
The worst place.
like you want to be you want to be stuck in Russia with tensions going on with
Right,
Russia
all
and the
this
U.S.
stuff
They found hashish oil in her luggage. That's just like hash oil, right?
Yeah,
On that cart.
yeah.
Did you get it back?
The first report was a vape cartridge. I was like, I don't think she's getting put in jail for a vape cartridge in Russia.
Richie Rye in the chat. Miles has 2 years left.
2.
There's no.
It's
2 years.
No way. Miles has 2 years left. He's been here almost
medical.
7
Did you get a
years.
medical for one of those years?
He might have got a medical for last year, but I still don't think he has 2 years left of
We'd
eligibility.
get a medical and
There's
then a
no way.
COVID.
Yeah.
So maybe he does have 2 years left.
You're right. He does have 2 years left.
But still, if
shit,
That's crazy. What? Dude will be at LSU 10 years.
dude's gonna get his doctoral here.
yeah,
Dude done seen Etlin Burrow.
yeah, he got
Max.
recruited by Les Miles, And now we're on to Brian Kelly.
Les Miles and Cam Cameron.
Yeah, Les Miles, Cam Cameron. Then he's got Coach O and Matt Canada. He's got Ensminger. And he's got
Pete's.
Jake Peetz.
Oh God.
Where is he now?
Jake Peetz, he is
Back in the NFL.
Rams.
LA Rams.
Rams. He's a
Rams
offensive
hired him
analyst
as
or
like
something.
analyst. Yeah.
Offensive
I
analyst.
don't
or
get the
something like
coaching room. They always fall forward.
They don't
yeah.
care. Yeah, they like.
You're gonna
They
find
could,
another job
They could care
somewhere,
less if
man.
you suck as being a coach in college, especially if you're an NFL guy. Like he was an
Right.
NFL guy before that, so like he has so many connections. They're like,
Yeah, he came
you
back
lost
to-
your job, come back to work.
He
Like,
came back to college so he could go back to the NFL
right.
as an OC. But it didn't pan out.
didn't
in
pan
college.
out.
Now he's back at basically the same job he had before.
This agent, props to him because made that just so it's just like blame Pete's. I don't know what's happening.
It's not my job.
And just Pete's couldn't be like, dude, are you kidding me?
Blame the guy in the booth.
He's like, Pete's made all the calls. I was just there
I
clapping.
was just there, man, yelling into the headset.
That Wildcat play against Arkansas.
Oh my God! Wait, are you talking about when TDP
Fumbled.
TDP? Oh my! Wait, didn't we like throw the ball like positively for 3 straight plays, and then he was like, "Oh, all right, Wildcat guys."
Never practiced that play.
They never seen it coming.
Ron, shut up! Shut the fuck up, Ron.
What an awful year.
Wait, were y'all at the Auburn game? Did y'all go to Auburn game?
Yes,
Yes, that's
that was the. I didn't go to another LSU football game after that until A&M.
I didn't go to the A&M game. I was
Same.
like,
I went to
I was done after that game. I was
game
spent on
took
LSU.
everything out
Well,
of it,
actually,
man.
no. I went to Florida. Actually, I got pretty.
that was
doused.
rowdy.
But no, that Auburn game just took everything out of me, and that's like so much build up to it. We're like, it's recruiting weekend, like everybody,
Right.
so many recruits
Players
are there.
was jumping.
It's packed. Then that first offensive drive, the scripted perfectly.
Oh, my
you got
God.
Kayshawn running the first one, and then you get sacked for like 20 yards, and then he launches the best ball Max has thrown in his life, the best ball he's ever thrown. Drops it right in, Kayshawn touchdown. Everybody's like,
We're about to win this game.
Oh
by
my
a
gosh,
lot.
we're gonna win.
We're about to blow Auburn out. I thought we was about to run them off the
and
field.
then they covered Bo Nix and Vaseline.
The delay, you call a timeout. Let's run this play.
You call a timeout. You call a timeout after the kickoff.
First of all, O's timeouts were the worst. Like he would like come out of a TV timeout and he's like, timeout. Like, bro, you just had a 3-minute timeout.
Yeah.
Like you literally could have drew up whatever play you wanted.
Well, yeah, and then we're 4th and 1. You call timeout. We come out of timeout, delay a game. Yeah, you had the whole timeout to set the play up.
That was my breaking point on the season. I was so invested, like on Tiger Drop, just reading everything, consuming everything LSU.
See, that's where you were wrong, Tiger
Yeah,
Droppings,
well, I mean,
bro.
you know, I just wanted to swim in the filth, and that Auburn game was the best night ever.
You took the
that
cheese.
was unreal.
Oh, Tiger Droppings?
Oh my god, that and the night he got fired, and the night we got Brian.
Hold up.
It's
What
a-
about
it's-
UCLA? Did you go on Tiger Droppings after that one? That was a night.
That night.
I called that one our mulligan. I was like, you know what, mulligan. Like,
Well, yeah, you kind of
No way. No way you give him a mulligan for that bullshit.
For the UCLA game?
showing in
Well, we
in
thought
Los
UCLA was
Angeles.
going to be great.
I didn't think
Nah, that UCLA game, that was-
I thought UCLA was going to be good because this was
Right.
Chip Kelly's 4th year or 3rd year.
Right.
He has all of his players. He has everything
Well,
he
it's
wants.
just
but
with the
no
first
way.
game. Once they went, like once UCLA won, we're like, oh, they must be legit.
nasty.
Like, they must be great. You don't realize how bad of a loss that is until like
later.
week 7,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh shoot, UCLA sucks.
Oh,
We
UCLA
They're
suck.
4-3.
Yeah, but we just gifted them a win. Well,
got
we're
dominated.
and so
We were all like, oh shit, Chip Kelly's back.
Chip
Yeah.
Kelly's rolling is going to be the next Jets head football coach. No.
No chance.
And then, yeah, you didn't realize how bad of a loss that is until later. But Auburn was just so built up in the season because we had just been so down after UCLA.
And like,
But then after we beat Mississippi State, it was like things were turning around.
Yeah, you're like, oh my, we got the first SEC win. We're feeling good. We won a couple
we
games.
looked good against Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Like the
We were
defense started getting better. Like
Well,
everybody
and
looked good.
even kind of the Central Michigan game before that,
Yeah.
where they were forcing fumbles and Stingley made that hit, and you're just like, oh my
All right,
gosh,
the
we're-
boys are back. Like
having
the
a great
boys
time.
are
See, I
gonna.
think you thought it was like a mulligan because it's like you still had Elias Ricks out there. You still had Stingley. The roster was still at the time. It was just John Emery was the only one that was out, and then slowly it just decayed,
Deteriorated.
and decayed, and it was just like Durante Kirkland is our quarterback at the last game.
Yeah,
Call Derek.
Who was it? Who was that Shea Dixon tree? It was Jay Ward was the only starting defensive player.
That was playing in the bowl game.
Golly, God,
Wow, what a tough.
I'm just gonna think about basketball.
Yes.
Baseball was a tough one.
Baseball was tough last night. They're playing right now. Let me check in on this.
Playing at 8:10.
They playing Baylor again?
Game starts at 8:10.
At 8:10. Oh yeah, got pushed back.
Yeah, got pushed back.
Beautiful. And so yeah, so hopefully they can a little shake back against Baylor tonight because last night was rough.
Texas is just good.
Texas
Number
is
Texas
one
is
team in the nation for a reason.
Yeah.
That pitching staff.
that dude from Texas was shoving. Like he
Pitching staff.
wasn't holding back anything.
That's the best pitching staff. That shows you how important pitching is.
It is. It's super important.
Because that's why they're the best team in the country. Because they're not mashing balls. I mean, they hit that one bomb, but they're not mashing ball like we're
I
supposed
mean,
to.
that bomb setup is because Floyd, it's easy chopper, and then just air mails it, and then it rattled.
Yeah, see, I
launches
stopped watching after that because I was like, "Fuck, they're about to pour it on." Because I knew Texas was just waiting for that one mistake LSU would make.
That's all you need.
We've been an error team. Like
Right.
we're an
When you
error
can-
team right now.
When you can pitch like that, all you need is 3 runs, and the 3 runs feel like 8 runs.
Yeah,
because LSU's gonna have to grind to get 1 run.
Still struggling here with runners in scoring position. You saw it out in Ruston. I think it was in the 5th inning. They had Gio on 3rd, and it was Cruz, Barry, and they both struck out. And then again,
Got to bring them home.
in later innings against Texas, runners in scoring position, just striking out. I mean, I don't know if that's early season stuff, but that's just not a recipe for success. Just pissing down your leg right there.
Moment's too big.
I don't know if Floyd is our second guy.
yeah. I don't know. I think Jay Johnson's still figuring out like who he wants to be that second guy in the
Hilliard's not
rotation.
pitching tonight.
And who?
Hilliard's
McHale's not.
I know.
pitching
Like
yet.
I wonder who's pitching tonight.
They're pitching. What's his name? Grant Taylor.
Yes, yeah.
Which I hope he can come out and be legit. But my thing is, my guy is Reiselman.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've
Yeah,
seen a lot of
love
people
it.
say Reiselman.
I thought you should
love
take
it.
Fontenot's spot. Reisman should be the closer.
Well,
I
but
didn't like what I saw.
Is this the guy that's pushing triple digits sometimes, right?
yeah,
Yes.
this is the guy that throws heat.
Yeah, he's
Absolute
he's-
heat,
he's-
and he can place it. Like it's not like he's just wild
No,
with it,
he's
throwing 100
throwing
at your
strikes,
head.
right.
He's locating it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing is like it's just hard. I know you pitch money on Friday.
Lonnie's been unreal though.
It's just you wanna pitch him against number 1 in the country.
I mean, you need 2 guys and
Yeah.
then someone that can get you 5 innings on a Sunday.
And this just
That's
isn't
him.
this isn't the time that you need McHale to do what he did last year, where it takes him all season to finally get rolling. Like McHale, you need to be the guy. You need to play now.
Yeah.
This is your 5th year here. You gotta be the guy.
I wonder why he got scratched.
It's just if the curveball's not hitting, he can't. He's throwing an 86 mile per hour fastball, and so it's not like if that curveball is not dropping off the table like it does because it's nasty. And I tell you what, in high school, he went to Central. So in high school, that curveball was the craziest thing anybody had ever seen because it was just like it is now.
It was like a wiffle ball.
I mean, it was like you were just sitting there like, oh my! Like the batters could not touch him. But like if that curveball's not falling off the table like it does, he's not the same guy, you know?
Yeah.
Or curveball
that's
slider.
all he had. I mean, the curveball
His
sets
freshman
up
year,
everything.
wasn't he like undefeated his freshman year for a
I
few
don't know if he was
games?
undefeated, but he was going crazy.
Yeah, he that freshman year was great for him. Did he
before he got hurt?
Did he go to Auburn and beat Auburn? Auburn was like a top 10 team, and he like
I don't remember
Or no,
exactly.
Auburn had the top like pitcher in the draft, and he went head to head with him on a Friday
McHale,
night
because he's legit. Like McHale's good.
Oh, when he went on that run last year, he was
Yeah,
unreal. He was
he's just
untouchable.
He's just got to get it going a little earlier because we need you to be we need you to be a weekend guy. Like you have to be a Saturday or a Sunday guy.
I feel like another guy that could be good is Javen Coleman.
Yeah, but he's not. He's hurt.
I think Javen Coleman might be.
What's his injury? Just dead arm right now?
I don't think, did they ever release what it is?
I don't think they've released even what it is. I think it's just nothing from that.
Yeah.
Baseball is weird about injuries.
Yeah, I just think Razzleman should be in the place where Fontenot is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and
if
I
you
can
need
get with
3
that.
outs. Put in Razzleman.
You don't think he
Slays
should
it.
be in the rotation? Like just try him in the rotation because wasn't he a starter like wherever he came from?
San Francisco, yeah. Which I'm not against him in the rotation. I just
They tried Cooper against Tech. And
and I think he's a midweek guy. He's not a he wouldn't be.
it's
a
just
guy.
it's gonna be the plug and play, and you find
Yeah.
how
You're
you
just
got
gonna
Blake
see-
Money. He's established one.
Yeah.
And Blake Money is a Friday night guy.
I just want to see. I want to see Roselman get a chance to open it up to start because he's got a great fastball, but he's got 3 pitches. Like it's not like he's just like one dimensional. Like he's got 3 pitches.
I mean, Floyd is just one dimensional as you get. I think he threw probably 9 off-speed pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, he throws a fastball every single time.
Yeah, he's fast, heavy fastball pitcher, and like, I mean, when you play good teams, like against teams that aren't as good hitting, when you play good teams like Texas,
number one team in the country.
right? When you play a number 1 team in the country, they're sitting on fastball. They know you're a fastball pitcher, so
they're gonna make you throw that off speed,
make you throw that off speed,
and they can bang it
and bang that shit all over the park like they did last night. Because Texas has some balls that went to the deep part of the ballpark, like 399, touching the middle of the fence.
Yeah,
and we were just going to get them and relaying it back in quick, but they were getting some nice hits.
Nothing, it's early in the season. Take them on the chin.
Yeah,
you got to.
Yeah.
Because I think Texas is peaking right now. Like this is Texas peak time.
They're
gonna be like at the end of May, they're gonna be fucking one of the probably worst teams in the country, and we're gonna be like, all right.
No, I mean Texas is gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the country.
Not the worst teams in the country, but like they'll be middle of the pack.
Baseball fluctuates so much. Like look at Mississippi State right now.
Yeah,
Mississippi. They just lost a series to Tulane.
Shout out.
Wait, did they lose
Shout
both?
out to the Green Wave, baby.
Did they lose both games?
Slap the wall. They lost 2-1.
Yeah,
they lost 2-1. Shout out, slap the wall, man. Shout out to Tulane. Take them down.
Roll Wave.
Travis. What's his name? Let me see. Tulane
baseball coach.
Yeah, it's Travis Jewett. Jordy had him on the show at one point.
Let's get him on.
He's got some energy, man. They do the little slap the wall. They got the little stickers that they'll slap on the wall.
Also,
just gets you juiced up.
Did y'all know Troy Tulowitzki is their Texas hitting coach?
Hitting coach, yeah.
So like, I mean,
wow,
you never know that.
And I don't think he's even like on salary. Like baseball has these weird like restrictions with the coaching staff. So like probably has MLB money sitting somewhere.
Yeah, no, he's doing doing just fine.
Couple time All-Star, but I mean,
currently the Pelicans are down by 5 at halftime, 62-57.
They were down 21.
And Brandon Ingram hit a hook shot from half court.
Really?
Yeah. It's at the buzzer. He just
did it count?
Yeah, it counted. Look at this thing. He just kind of can't really. I don't think we can show it, but he just picked it up and slung it and he drilled it. Pelicans are hot.
I mean, they're gonna win it. Yeah,
so hot, man. If he can make that, just keep giving them the rock.
34-13 in the first.
Do what?
They were down 34-13 in the first quarter.
Pelicans and see that's where culture comes in. Yeah, I know we just made a quick transition from LSU baseball to Pelicans basketball. But when you're down, it was 34-13 in the first quarter. That's when culture and wanting to play for your coach, because old Pelicans last year, Stan Van Gundy Pelicans, are
Bledsoe was checking out.
We're out, man.
Steven Adams is checking out.
Temple, McCollum,
and Willie Green has made all the David Griffin has saved his job.
Jeez,
in 1 year.
I know he's the sixth man. But he's bought in. Snap. He came here to be a starter, to be a consistent 20-point scorer, and he had sat down with Willie Green. He was like, I want to do whatever you need me to do to make this team win, which just shows you the effect he's had. Because they're all bought into his message and want to play for him and want to play for each other.
Ingram's got 14 and CJ's got 15.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, he had Big Z.
That's the biggest thing. Like, this team is really built from the core, specifically for Zion. Like, everything is in place for him to dominate, and he's just not here. Well, he's here, but he's not. Here,
but at least he's. At least we're feeling good now.
At least he's on good terms. At least we back.
He's coming back.
Because things looking scary about him.
He's unblocked us off Snapchat.
We following each other again.
He just hadn't snapped us again yet.
Yeah, no.
He just hadn't slid back in.
But you could try and get home and watch the end of that one.
Yeah, but they should. I mean, they'll be the 9 seed pretty soon because the Lakers are awful.
And the Clippers suck.
And so I mean, they'll sneak in even without Zion, I think. Because the Lakers are awful unless LeBron does what he did the other night and goes crazy. Scores 56 points. Was hitting every. And the funny thing was, which Van Gundy is on the call? Jeff's on the call. Jeff was like, it was him and Mike Breen, and Breen's talking about LeBron about the pull. Like, oh, he wants a 3-pointer, and Jeff was like, well, he checks almost never work, and LeBron just pulls up, bang.
The fuck you.
How about that, Jeff?
The little fuck you, just pull up, just hit a 3 from anywhere.
Drill it, man.
Every time too.
But yeah, it's like he heard Jeff. I took that personally.
His brother Sam Van Gundy's awful behind the microphone.
Yeah.
and
sucks at everything.
And on the sideline.
Coaching everything.
He's a Pelican supporter though. Like he never said a bad word about the Pelicans.
He's great on Dan Le Batard's show though. He'll weigh in. He's good on Dan. He's good with Dan.
Sucks behind the mic.
But yeah, but good old Mike Breen bang on LeBron's 3-pointer just felt good. Just felt good, man.
Hall of Famer. It's Hall of Famer, Mike Breen.
Oh, and then he got a little. Cam Thomas puts it in earlier in the season. Gosh, but seeing LeBron do that it just makes me happy, man. Yeah, just makes me happy.
LeBron just anything LeBron does, if it's good, it just
makes you happy.
You gotta just recognize greatness.
Makes me happy. Makes me smile.
Right.
But 56, and then today we had a all-timer basketball game.
Yeah, Tatum
between some division rivals, the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics.
My favorite. So you see the final minutes of it when it's the closing out free throws, and it's just like it's a crazy game. The Celtics are hot. Like we should be like go Celtics. Like Tatum dropped 54. No, first one it's just fuck you, Kyrie. First thought is just fuck you, Kyrie. Chance going throughout the arena. It was amazing. The Celtics are hot.
They're hot, dude.
9-1.
Not just 9-1. I think they're 14-2. The last 16.
I thought they were done a month ago. I thought Charlotte was going to come take that spot, but the exact opposite has happened.
They just needed a point guard.
They do this every year.
Every year.
The Celtics do.
Well, Schroeder fucked up. He got a $70 million contract from the Lakers.
They turned it down.
It's an $8 million contract from the Celtics. Gets traded.
Where's he at now?
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
I hate Danny Schroeder.
Well,
because I was his backup on 2K.
He was back up on 2K.
Yeah, whenever he was on the Hawks, I had a player on the Hawks, and like I was his backup, and I felt like I was so much better than him. Like I would always get in and score way more than him, but they had still had me as his backup, so I still hate Danny Schroeder. So fuck you, Danny Schroeder.
Always have a vendetta against.
See, I like Dennis. That Thunder team, the 2020 Thunder team, where it was Chris Paul.
Dennis Schroeder
and Shea.
He's the one with the blonde patch, right? Yeah. Hate that guy.
But it was those three, and it was the only team that ran like 3-point guards, and they were just. I wanted Chris Paul to beat the Rockets with that team. Yeah, and lost in the playoffs.
Game 7.
Lou Dort,
huh?
Lou Dort,
Lou Dort,
the torture chamber.
Yeah,
Lou Dort, man, the hardened stopper.
I can't believe Tatum dropped 54 points.
He was going crazy, man. He's still 19 years old.
Because I'm a stan. I'm extremely biased.
About how? So wait, what?
How good he is.
Oh no, I don't think he's like a top 10 player. Mm-hmm. But he's definitely in that second level. Like I think the only young guy that I would put ahead of Tatum would be Luka Doncic.
Ja.
And then Ja. Well, I don't think Ja's past Tatum yet. This is 1 year. Tatum's been doing it.
I think Jason Tatum's a way better scorer than Ja. Like he's like if they are in a crunch time game and you need points, I'm going with Tatum.
Yeah, dude,
I like Ja. I love Ja.
I think it's probably Luka, Tatum, Doncic. Luka, Tatum, Ja.
Put him on the list twice. Why don't you?
You obviously want to put Zion in there.
Yes,
obviously want to put Zion in there, but then I'll say and then you got Trae Young.
Same.
One's on the court. One's brought one to Eastern Conference Finals.
When Zion is on the court,
averaging 27.
Let's go to the playoffs first. Let's
go to the playoffs first.
I know we got to get to the playoffs, but yeah, I would put Tatum only one of these young guys that I put ahead of him.
I have Ja higher because I'm so drunk on the.
So do you put Ja over?
I'm
Luka?
really drunk on the Ja. Like they're gonna go very far in the playoffs. Like Ja's gonna finish second in MVP voting. He's gonna finish second. I think Embiid. I think it's gonna go Embiid, Ja, Jokic, and then Giannis.
So you think I should put that future in for Embiid MVP?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because I think ISIS Embiid averages he goes to the foul line 12 times a game.
Yeah.
So that's at least a guaranteed 16 points.
And now with Harden, he's going to be playing even better.
See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Embiid in one, like DraftKings, and then I'm going to go Barstool, and I'm going to go Ja, and then I'm going to go FanDuel.
Ja odds are crazy right now. I think it's plus 1,200.
See? I'm going to go Ja FanDuel.
We'll see, but the thing is, the guy I love for it is DeMar DeRozan. I love DeMar. I want DeMar to win it. Just because but it's not gonna happen.
I think you should win most improved.
Oh, of course.
But they're gonna give it to Ja. Ja's gonna win most improved.
Ja's gonna win most improved. And then you got
because he had them from an 8.
Then there's Curry, who in the first half of the season looked like he was dead set on
On
MVP.
MVP.
Like, because
Where's
he
he
should have
at
won it
now?
last year.
Yeah.
And
So where would you rank him now in the MVP running?
I don't. That's the thing. I don't know.
It's hard to put him even in it.
I mean,
would
no,
probably-
because you have Durant averaging 29, or LeBron's averaging.
Look,
29.
LeBron's averaging 20. LeBron should be in the conversation too.
Look.
But the Lakers suck.
When Durant is Durant, I don't think anybody in the world can guard this dude.
Well, yeah, nobody can guard
Like-
him. Nobody can
Like
guard him.
he is just. He'll get on one of them like just them tears where it's just him in the basket. Like
He would have beat Giannis in him if his foot wasn't on the line.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, freaking
True.
out
If
about
he didn't
that.
wear size 27,
right.
he would have beat Giannis.
So, I mean, maybe I'm high on the Jaw Kool-Aid because in the last 4 games, no, my bad. In the last 8 games, Jaw's been averaging 40 points per game.
Of course. I mean, he's crazy.
He's averaging 28.
And then like all the people on Twitter that are like talking about him and Derrick Rose, and you see the videos and you're like, oh my gosh.
I
Like
see the ceiling, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
And like
yeah.
the craziest thing about Ja is like he's so crazy good, and his team is like 12-4 when he doesn't play.
Exactly, I was
Like,
just gonna say,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. And they're so young.
44 and 21, the Grizzlies.
They're so young.
Jaren Jackson Jr. He had a crazy comeback. I thought he was done after he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it just shows you how, because that's how it used to be. It used to be tear your ACL and you couldn't. Like he's like, oh, your career's done.
yeah, he came back more explosive than ever.
Yeah, you come now. They're saying if you tear, you're probably stronger when you come back. From
Yeah.
it. And then you got like Quan Alexander who tears his Achilles and is playing in less than a year. Like,
Look at this. The Grizzlies, they're second in the West.
right?
Ja, Desmond Bain, Zaire Williams, Jaren Jackson Jr., Steve Adams. 44 and 21.
Yeah. There's like one guy over 25 that you just said.
Steven Adams is the oldest.
Yeah. That's
I'm on the
crazy.
Ja Kool-Aid.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Everybody should be. You can't not be.
Shit. If they... No, he's not going to MVP. There's just
No, he's not going to get it. He's not going to win MVP.
Not this
next
year.
year. And then next year, I think Tatum makes that leap. So Tatum will
Think so?
finish top 5 in MVP voting.
See, my guy that my dark horse every season is Zach LaVine. Every season I'm like, I feel like he's gonna pop. I feel like he's gonna pop. I feel like he's gonna pop.
He did.
And he does. He plays great. It's just he always, he just doesn't get the same kind of shine. But now he's got DeRozan, who's like, just it kind of overshadows him a little bit. Yeah. But DeRozan has revived the mid-range jump shot because I was watching the Bulls play the other night.
This the Bucks?
And yeah, and he shot one. Then Drew Holiday came down and shot one. DeRozan shot another mid-range. I was like,
It's back, baby.
the mid-range shot was gone
love
for 10
it.
years. Now it's back.
I love it.
Now it's back.
Who has the best mid range?
Oh, DeMar DeRozan.
No, like ever. Like
Ever?
who do you think has the best mid range ever?
Ever.
Who's the best mid range you've
Dirk
ever
Nowitzki,
seen?
Dirk. Yeah,
Dirk?
I was about to say Dirk.
Dirk's.
Larry Bird, Dirk, MJ, Kobe.
MJ's up there. Kobe's up there. I'm trying to think of a sleeper little mid-range shooter.
Steve Nash,
KD.
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 Yeah. You know,
He just rise up.
you know I'm
and
gonna
is
say
in.
KD.
All three
Like,
levels,
don't even
though.
mention my guy.
He just rise up and is in.
Still soft though.
Yeah.
Still soft.
Crazy mid range. Tim Duncan.
Timmy D.
Timmy
Climb
buckets.
mental.
Timmy
Off
buckets.
the glass, man.
Yeah.
Hank is
off the
always
glass.
open. Always open.
Any last closing thoughts?
Well, this just popped up on Twitter. Shea Dixon just put out a little tweet. Said this is what LSU's current QB room looked like as recruits. Miles Brennan, number 5 quarterback in his class, 2017. Jaden Daniels, class of 2019, was the number 3 quarterback. Nussmeier in the class of 21 was the number 14 quarterback. And Walker Howard in the 22 class is number 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
Number 1 quarterback.
Number
in the
1,
class.
yeah.
It's just he committed to LSU and he got a little, his rating dropped a little bit, but whatever. But yeah, I mean that's legit. All of them were top 100 players.
One's gonna hit.
One's got to hit, and I mean obviously
Somebody better hit.
Walker Howard's gonna hit. I have the utmost confidence in Walker Howard being the guy.
We're gonna get at least 1 year of seeing the Walker Howard to Jack Bitch connection.
Yes.
carried on.
I hope.
We're gonna get 1 year of that. I can see.
Unstoppable.
Absolutely
Utterly
unstoppable.
I did just think about that. They
Yeah.
might not like in a perfect world they get to play together, but like in the world that we live in, like they might not get to play together.
I feel like that was one of the reasons why like both of them committed, because they sold them on that. Like, all right, y'all good at STM, come to LSU, like put on for your home. Like,
right.
They were ridiculous at STM.
Crazy.
Like it was almost like
blowing everybody out.
Right? You know, every game if Jack Bash 7, well, he was 7 at STM, and Walker's out there, you are not winning.
They was really Burrow and Chase.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and then I mean,
Catholic.
we saw Walker play this year against
Quincy.
Madison Prep, and I mean, there's just plays Walker's making. Quincy's draped all over him. Walker's just like flicking it, and it's hitting his receivers off the numbers, and you're just like, he just wants 7 back, man. He just wants to have a guy.
Just some security blanket.
Just give him somebody that can catch the
Somebody
football.
can catch the ball, man. But yeah, the LSU quarterback room is going to be fun to see what happens. And it spices up a little bit because we started to get kind of boring in the LSU wave. So this
is a lot. Just Jaden Daniel. I mean,
spice it up, man.
Month's worth of talking points.
Spice it up, make it a little fun.
Spring game gonna go crazy.
Yeah, just like last year.
Yeah.
It's like, we're doing this all over again. Because last year it's like, is it Max going to be the starter? Is TJ going to be the starter? Is Miles going to be the starter? And then TJ leaves, and then
the freak injury, and
Miles breaks his arm, and so we'll see what happens this year.
no fishing trips, boys.
Yeah, Miles better be in a bubble. A bubble.
COVID life, Miles.
He better stay in a bubble if he knows like
Gotta
me.
be, dude. He knows what's good for himself.
There's a lot of good video games film room. That's all you do. Just play Madden.
Just play a bunch of Madden. Get everything pre-snap down so we don't have any more delayed games.
Study film.
All right.
Spring game is April 23rd.
April 23rd.
Gotcha.
I have a lot of eyes on it. Might see another Miles Brennan touchdown, cut the throat. That was mean.
I was so hyped for that, too.
It got me all juiced up. I want to run through a wall.
But you don't do that in the spring game. You
Oh,
do
dude,
that. You do that.
Miles, come on.
You do that in
It's
a
Miles
road
Brennan,
game,
dude.
bro.
He's okay. He can do it. No, you don't do it in this. It's like doing it in practice.
Yeah,
It's like
bro.
celebrating in your teammate's face at practice. Like, what are you doing, dog? We're in practice.
Can't guard me.
Like Miles, shut the fuck up.
But still got me juiced up, man, because he just let that thing fly, and he's like, it's over. But it wasn't over.
Cutthroat killer.
Yeah. But
Who's coming on in the morning?
we got Willie Wade tomorrow morning, 7:30, and then we got.
Williams coming on?
I mean, that's what he said. He said Frank Wade, huh? Yeah,
Frank Wade. Yeah, I didn't know who that was, but then I thought about it. I was like, has to be old Willie.
He better be. He's gonna. I think
After a win,
I think he'll be pretty happy in the morning.
Yeah.
He gets to put down. He gets to put down Nate Oates.
Yeah, little
Come
Willie
Jordy
Wade.
I
Culotta.
want Jordy to just ask him the question. Like, how did it feel? Like,
You know Jordy's
somehow
gonna
like
ask it,
lead
man.
that question of finally beating Nate.
Jordy's gonna ask it.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the guy.
How does it feel to tell
that
Nate Oates to get the F out of the PMAC?
Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
did you say? I wonder what they said like when they're shaking hands.
When they're
Good game,
shaking hands.
asshole.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was more of like the MJ Bird, like you bitch. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh shit! Lakers documentary starts in 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, Showtime, baby. Showtime Lakers
I'm
documentary
definitely-
starts tonight.
I'm on it tonight.
I'm telling you, that's got to be must watch.
Dude, Magic said the one thing that give me faith in God is sex, basketball, and women. Like, bro.
And we're surprised he got AIDS.
Big Magic Johnson.
Hey, Magic Johnson, what's he ever done?
Because, like, I don't know. I've always heard, I'm like, wow, that's weird. He got, like, that's crazy he got AIDS. Now when I'm watching this, big, like, I've been like 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay.
Like,
It'd be like,
It took that long?
did he get then? Did he get her then or then?
so, yep, that's how he got it.
It's that one. It's based off the book Showtime, right?
Like the Showtime
There's
Lakers
like the famous,
book.
there's a super famous book. It's I think it's
I'm sure.
Showtime.
I'm sure.
I mean, it goes,
Yeah, I'm sure. This is gonna be awesome to watch. And they set it up perfect. They're y'all's little show, little Euphoria ended. What was it, last Sunday?
Relax,
was the last one?
relax. Hey, it's a great show.
It was the last one.
It did end last week. Like
were
it was
you
a-
watching it before? I was like, guys, we all need to watch this.
bro.
I think Stewie's been on. I think Stewie's been on.
Look, I had a little lady friend. She was like, "You should watch Euphoria." So I turned it on. The first episode, I was kind of like, "All right, I'm out on this. Like, too much going on." Too much drugs, too much dick.
Sausage.
Can't do it. Sausage fest like a motherfucker. So I'm like, I'm not watching this. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a chance. Watched the second episode. It was good. Kept watching. Just binged the whole thing. But it's great series. Great insight on what happens in the teenage world these days.
A lot of it really is accurate. Like, I'll give it
I think
that.
it's a little exaggerated for high school, But
like a lot of times when I was watching, I was like, "Yep, that's definitely what be happening." They got that one right.
that's happened.
No.
No,
Like, hey, kids be going crazy.
It's a wild time at the old high school level here. The United States of America.
Speaking of shows and documentaries, did anybody finish that Kanye doc? I finished it
started
earlier.
the second episode.
Finished it earlier.
How many episodes is it?
There's three.
It's 3.
3 episodes. I started the second one.
The last episode is like him now. It's more of like him now and like how he's changed.
Nuts?
Yes.
Crazy.
He went from Kanye to Ye to Yeezy from Kanye to Yeezy to now he's Ye.
Yeah, sup, it's
so it's
Ye.
like it's just like showing and like how he got distance from his friends and
Did
stuff.
you see the
like,
music video?
which one?
Him killing Skeet?
Yeah.
I have not seen the Skeet killing.
Well, another
video.
thing about
Creepy.
So Robert Pattinson, who is the new Batman, after the release the release party or whatever, they're at Pete Davidson bar
Did hear about this,
and he plays Kanye West's music in Pete Davidson's bar, which is awesome.
I don't know if Pete Davidson had the bar.
Me neither,
Hey, bro,
but
look,
it's Kanye's bar now.
That's
What a move, dude! Wow, what a move by old Bobby Patterson.
game recognized.
Pattinson.
Game
That's
for
taken
sure.
to me. Like, sorry, there's not enough time left on the clock.
Hey Skeet, you want to hear this?
But the
Still famous. I hope it was famous that was playing your song.
the coolest thing about the Kanye documentary is like the way it started. Like his buddy Cootie, who's the one that's videoing it, was like, "Oh, this kid's about to blow up. I'm pulling my camera out. Like I gotta." Because
Well,
Cootie used to be on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, it was like Cootie had the show.
Yeah.
The what was it called? The Zone or something? Like it was just like a
Zone 8 or something. Like that. I don't
Yeah,
remember
and it
what
was like a
called.
show that he would bring all the like up
And it was cool, like, it was kinda cool.
Yeah, it was. But then he was like,
He met
Kanye
Kanye
is
and
like,
he was
that's
like,
my boy. Like
This dude's about to be a star.
and he does it. He calls him like Kanye's name is like it's not even Kanye. It's like Kanye, like African or something. Like his mom, mom calls him by his real name in the show.
She
And
was
like
a professor.
yeah, and that's how Cootie like refers to him as Kanye. Like and like you kind of get an in depth like view of like Kanye's relationship with his mom, which is really like what a lot of people don't understand is why he went crazy and like. He literally, like, after his mom died, he just, like, kept touring. Like, he didn't stop. Like, he just kept grinding, kept working on music. Like, he didn't even, like, give himself time to, like, just do anything. He's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to just keep working because that's what my mom would want me to do. And it's just, like, it just shows how he let everything overwhelm him and he became depressed and he became, like, all these things,
Crazy.
like, bipolar, crazy. Right. And just...
He was writing songs, and then everyone wanted him to just be a producer writing songs, right? And it's no, I'm in Kanye
he was like, I'm
West,
a
and everyone's-
rapper.
Yeah, and everyone's like, you're nuts, and he's like, I'm gonna prove it.
Well, the second episode and it's not really a spoiler,
No, it's
but
not.
in the second episode, he's talking to forgot who, somebody from Rockefeller Records, and they were like,
Jay-Z wanted to write, just write for Jay-Z.
yeah, he
Was it
like
was it Dan Dash? Was he talking to?
I don't know if it was that, but he was talking, and they were like, Kanye's the best rapper producer in the game, and Kanye started getting mad. He's like, don't call me that. He's like, don't call me a rapper producer, just call me a rapper. Like, I'd rather you say I'm the 50th best rapper than the best rapper producer, because I'm a rapper. And I was like,
And it talks
Straight
probably about the car crash and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Through the
touches on
wire
everything.
and-
Oh yeah, the Through the Wire, like him making that is like it's like emotional because it's like I knew the story like
right,
before,
right,
like,
right.
a
but
long
I mean,
time
probably
ago,
most
but,
people
like,
watching never
right.
heard
A lot
it.
of people didn't know the story behind the song, and like he literally says it in the song. Like he's talking about his recovery, and like his mouth was literally wired shut. Like it was just like him talking about that was like kind of emotional because it's like, damn, like he really almost died. Like we really almost lost one of the greatest musical minds ever. Because despite what he says and who he is now, Kanye is like behind some of the greatest music, like some of the greatest songs that we've ever heard.
Producing right now.
Like,
legend, man.
Ever.
Shoes.
Yes, like everything, like the style, the shoes, like he basically brought style to the rap game. To me, I don't know about like before that, but
Think
like
of anything. He had Shutter Shades, he had the Red Octobers, then now he has all these Yeezys.
yeah, like you see how rappers dress now. Like everybody wants to wear the baggy shirts, like the baggy, baggy jeans, the
style, but even like the style of clothing, but even like the style of rapping.
Right.
Like with 808s and Heartbreak was like the first time he really brought like auto-tune into it. And now you see like people like Travis Scott, who that's their
That's his
their
style.
claim to
Byproduct.
fame.
Yeah, that's
And so like It shows you like the effect he had over time.
I mean, like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like everyone thought it was a dog shit album, and then you listen to it 3 years later, and it's like,
you're like, oh my gosh,
holy
this is
shit,
amazing.
that's ahead of the trend.
Yeah,
Devil in a New Dress.
because he's a genius.
Runaway.
Yeah.
All of the lights.
Someone didn't know Devil in the New Dress. I mean, are you kidding me? It's one of the best beats ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has some. Kanye has some bangers. Like just like I could just rattle off songs. Like
Well, the first song they show in the documentary is "All Falls Down."
Yeah.
and that song.
oh yeah, is
that's
it
one of
him,
the best samples ever.
him in the Rockefeller marketing lady's
see.
office, and he's just like rapping that shit, and she's just sitting at the desk like.
What is it? What's a line in that? She couldn't afford a car, so she
named
bought
her daughter
a
Alexis.
Yeah.
Great line. Damn, all right. Showtime and ended LSU and Baylor. That's what I got on my
Yeah, right now,
Pelicans game too.
LSU and Baylor. It's the bottom of the first. LSU's up 2-0.
So we're the away team tonight.
Yes,
Because
we're
we've
away
been
tonight.
the home team in the last
Rocking
two
the purple.
games. Little purple and white, or
Little
purple, and
little purple
gray?
and white. Little purple and white.
Pelicans cut it down to 1 now.
Yep.
71-70.
Hey, tune into the Pels tonight, man. Pels are hot. Stewie, you better watch the Pels.
Pels
I'm going to watch
post-game
the
shows.
Pels.
Dude, I'm in. I love
For real.
them. The Pels are hot. They're fun to watch. Balled in. Everybody else buy in.
I'm bought in. Go Celtics.
Tune in the morning. We have Willie Wade, 7:30.
Willie Wade,
Nate Velasquez,
Yep, Nate's coming in at 8:30
Then
in
mic'd
studio.
in person, and then you got mic'd up
And then
11
mic'd
to
up
1.
11 to 1. Check us out. The boys. We'll be back.
Staff meeting. Oh, wow. What a
A little staff meeting tomorrow. Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, tomorrow morning Jordy will be back in the chair. I kept it warm for him, but yeah, we'll see y'all then. We appreciate y'all for coming and joining us tonight.
We'll learn how Magic Johnson got AIDS.
Yeah, tune in to LSU baseball, Pelicans basketball,
And the AIDS origin story.
and the Showtime Magic documentary. All right. Good night, everyone.
From the boys.
From the boys. Cloud Demons. Forever.